Hello and welcome to 360 Africa News. I'm Nana Afiase Wakobi, bringing you the latest updates from across the continent. Today, we bring you a historic moment at the United Nations as Ghana leads a powerful global push to redefine the transatlantic slave trade. In a bold and historic move, Ghana successfully pushed the United Nations General Assembly to officially recognize the transatlantic slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity. The resolution was adopted on March 25, 2026, marking a major turning point in global history and justice. The proposal, backed by African nations and Caribbean countries, calls for more than just recognition. It urges the international community to take meaningful steps toward justice for millions of Africans who suffered during over 400 years of slavery. The vote at the United Nations General Assembly saw 123 countries voting in favor, while only a few nations voted against and several others abstained. Although the resolution is non-binding, meaning it does not legally force countries to act, its political and moral impact is massive. Ghana's leadership emphasized that this move is about acknowledgement, accountability, and healing. The transatlantic slave trade forcibly displaced between 12 to 15 million Africans, leaving long-lasting effects that are still felt today in economic inequality and systemic racism. This resolution now strengthens the growing global push for reparations, which could include financial compensation, formal apologies, and the return of stolen African artifacts held in foreign museums. However, not all countries are on board. Nations like the United States and some European countries expressed concerns. Let's break down the vote, because this is where it gets very interesting. A total of 123 countries voted in favor of the resolution, showing overwhelming global support. These include most African countries, Caribbean nations, and many countries across Asia and Latin America. These regions, many of which were directly affected by slavery, strongly backed Ghana's call for justice and recognition. However, 3 countries voted against the resolution: the United States, Israel, Argentina. These nations argued that the resolution could create legal and financial consequences, especially around reparations, and warned against applying modern laws to historical events. Now here's another key part. 52 countries chose to abstain, meaning they did not vote for or against. These included the United Kingdom, Canada, many European Union countries. While these countries acknowledged the horrors of slavery, they expressed concerns about the wording of the resolution, especially the idea of labeling it the gravest crime and the potential implications for reparations. Despite the divisions, the resolution passed with a strong majority. It declares that the transatlantic slave trade, which saw over 12 million Africans forcibly taken, is one of the most serious crimes in human history. Despite the resistance, many African leaders and activists are celebrating this as a historic victory. They say it validates generations of struggle and brings the world one step closer to confronting the full truth about slavery and its consequences. For Ghana, this is also part of a broader vision, positioning itself as a leader in the global African movement for justice, unity, and historical recognition. So while this resolution may not bring immediate financial reparations, it sends a strong message. The world can no longer ignore the lasting impact of slavery. That's all for today on 360 Africa News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on stories shaping Africa and the world. I'm your host, Nana Afiakobi. See you in the next report.